One of the things that I want to do in the oil and gas industry, specifically when it comes to the upstream oil and gas sector, is to create content that can inform, that can educate, and maybe sometimes entertain my audience. And the way I can be able to do that is if I can be able to learn more how to go about it. And that's why I want to actually get into this content challenge about oil and gas on YouTube. And the idea here is that you give yourself a challenge, maybe for a week, for a month, for 90 days, for even a year, where you create a piece of content on YouTube each and every day. And this you can apply even when it comes to written content. Maybe you write an article every day on your blog, or you can even do it when it comes to spoken word, which means you can do, for example, a piece of content on your oil and gas podcast every single day for a number of days that you would want to challenge yourself. And the idea behind this challenge is so that you can actually move away from being a consumer of oil and gas content into a creator of oil and gas content. And there is a very big difference when it comes to either consuming or creating. When it comes to consuming, you can actually spend a lot of time consuming content, and that means that you are actually not creating. And when you move into the creation side, or when you become a creator of oil and gas content, then what you are doing is sharing your opinions, probably expressing a perspective that you might have, or sharing your knowledge, your expertise, your skills, or the experience that you have had or are still having in the oil and gas industry. And I know this is not a very popular thing in the oil and gas sector. A lot of professionals and entrepreneurs in the sector do not actually create content. And this is because oil and gas sometimes looks very dry. It can be a very boring industry because you might be caught up in talking about the same things all the time because it doesn't change a lot. You are basically producing crude oil or natural gas, you are processing those products, and then you are selling those products to the consumers. It's not complicated. And so a lot of people don't see the value of creating content about processes that they do all the time. And that's where lies in the problem, because a lot of professionals and entrepreneurs within the oil and gas industry actually do not see anything new. They know what goes on, they have been used to it. And so to them, and if you're in the industry, I know you relate to this, you do not see anything that you need to share. And I actually think that's the problem when it comes to the oil and gas industry, because many professionals and entrepreneurs within the oil and gas sector might be suffering from what is referred to as the curse of knowledge. The fact that they know things, they understand how the industry works, and sometimes because of being in that particular level, they are not able to appreciate that there are other people who do not understand what they understand. They do not know the things that they know. And in most cases, when you are suffering from curse of knowledge in whatever industry you are in, you sort of forget what it takes to be a beginner in that sector, what it takes to be someone who is just learning what you have already now become an expert in and what you have experienced in. And so many people are unable to share what they know, what they are doing. And sometimes it might be because of contractual obligations, whereby some companies might limit how much a professional or someone within the company can say or share about what they do, because maybe the lines can be closed that would not necessarily be correct to close. If this is the first time that you and I are meeting, I am Joe, and on this YouTube channel, I talk about oil and gas with a particular interest in the upstream oil and gas sector. And if that's something that you'd be interested in, or you're looking for business opportunities in the upstream oil and gas industry, or how you can be a supplier of goods and services to the upstream sector, I've created the Upstream Oil and Gas Jumpstart, which is a free resource and which you can access using the link that I've created in the description below. And all I want from you today is your name, your email address, and I'm going to send you that resource in the next couple of minutes. So a lot of people in the oil and gas industry do not talk about the industry. And that makes it very difficult for the general population, for people who are outside, to actually understand the industry. And there's something that you can quickly observe when you meet people and you say you're in the oil and gas sector. They almost start asking you what it is all about. What do you do? What does oil and gas mean? What exactly are you selling? Crude oil? Are you dealing with petroleum products? Do you own an oil and gas company? These questions come because someone does not understand the oil and gas industry, how it works, and probably the different opportunities that exist across the oil and gas value chain. Meaning, somebody can still be within the oil and gas industry without necessarily being an owner of, let's say, an exploration company, or even distribution company, or even an owner of a refinery. There are very many things that you can be able to do within the sector, but people who are outside the industry do not understand that. And I think that's why I want to do this challenge. One, to become better at sharing what I know about the oil and gas industry, probably what is going on in the industry from companies or countries that are discovering oil, companies that are doing great stuff, and even topical issues within the industry. Because I do believe that you become better by practicing, by sharing. That's when you are also learning the skill of, let's say, teaching, the skill of communicating, which is something I have found to be of value by being on YouTube. And so this particular challenge over the next couple of days, probably months, is as much about you as it is about me. I want to become better. I want to become a better oil and gas content creator. Now, I understand that when you start this journey, you're not going to be good. You're going to struggle creating content, trying to fit everything into my schedule, because I have other things that I do. And I am sure if you are to embark on such a thing, you'd also struggle into, making it part of your daily routine, fitting it into your calendar. And I think that's the challenge that I want to undertake, because I want, probably by the time I'm done with, let's say, 30 days, 90 days, or even a year, I will be in a better position to have a streamlined process when it comes to creating oil and gas content. And already this YouTube channel has some traction. It has people who actually watch my videos. I have over 640 subscribers as of today, which is something that I'm grateful for, because those are people who have voted with their subscription to be part of this community. And I want to become better at being of service to them, as well as others who are going to be part of this community as it grows. This is the part where now I am going to invite you to be part of this journey, to be part of this process with me, to watch what I'm doing, to kind of follow the journey, and we build this community together. Especially if you're a person who is interested in the oil and gas sector, you are a professional, or you're looking for a career in the sector, and even more importantly, if you are an entrepreneur who is looking for oil and gas opportunities across the oil and gas value chain, and you want to learn how you can be able to get involved and participate in this exciting industry. And so if that's something that you'd be interested in, I want to request you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also watch the upcoming videos. And in the meantime, I am wishing you the best of the day ahead, and I'll see you in my next video.